Hi Leo, welcome to your read for May 2025. Okay, I've already shuffled the cards, so I'm going to pull one card each from my two oracle decks here. So let's have a look first at the Enchanted Forest Oracle. We have Lady of the Lake. Set healthy boundaries to honor your needs and well-being. Wow, a really important message. Setting those boundaries, looking after yourself this month, Leo. I like that. And from the Spirit Animals Oracle deck, we have beautiful, the Heron with patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. That's so beautiful. And I do feel like these two go hand in hand. Setting healthy boundaries to honor your needs and well-being, and creating that space in nature where you can renew yourself and find that stillness and patience to allow those things that you want to create to come into your life. Okay, let's see what the tarot cards have to say for you. I've shuffled all of these decks, so just give it a quick shuffle to get your energy in the space. And I'll be doing a Celtic cross spread using the Rider-Waite Tarot and pulling clarifiers using the Wild Reflections Tarot. So let's see what they have to say. Wow, more balance. Incredible. That's the Temperance in the heart of your spread. All about balance this month, I feel. That patience goes hand in hand, setting the healthy boundaries. Really special. Great card to have in the heart of your spread. King of Pentacles as your challenge card. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the spread. Interesting. Justice in your recent past. Four of Wands in the Crown. Knight of Wands in your near future. Wow. Page of Wands. The High Priestess in your hopes and fears. Wow. And the Ace of Swords for your outcome. Really cool spread that I'm seeing so far. Amazingly. Oh, look at this. At the bottom of the deck you have the Fool. That's incredible. That's the start of a new journey, a new adventure. You're setting out on a new path. That may be why these two oracle cards came in, because when we are starting a new path, setting out on a new adventure, it can stir things up. And sometimes we do need to put those boundaries in place to make sure that our needs are met and our health and well-being are prioritized, because we're already going through so much. You don't want to be influenced by the dramas going on around us. And patience with that beautiful Heron. Patience will bring you rewards. So there is a degree of trusting in the divine timing. Okay, we'll get to that. I do really love this so far, though. I'm already seeing a very strong story through this. So recent past, you've got Justice. It's another card of balance. You have so many balance cards with that Temperance in the heart of your spread. This Temperance card is like a follow-on from whatever's gone on in your recent past, where you've had to find balance to allow things to play out the way they're meant to play out, to allow justice to be served. I feel like this is part of this healthy boundaries. It's like something has probably happened recently that's made you realize you need to set those healthy boundaries. You need to prioritize your own health and well-being and create a balance in your world that allows you to meet those needs and set forth on whatever adventure that you're setting forth on, which without the dramas, as I said, of the people around you. I just want to see what's underneath. There's the start of a new adventure, a few things to be weighed up. That's very cool. Again, heart of your spread, that Temperance card. I just feel like this is a follow-on from whatever this Justice card was. I feel like you probably went through something a little bit more intense recently than what is coming through May. So something sort of forced you into this state of needing to find balance and needing to set those boundaries and having that patience. And now that patience is paying off. You're feeling more like you are in a state of temperance. And I feel like you're starting to get more control over your own life and your own destiny, which is why that Fool card is up the top there. It's like at the start of this new adventure. With the other thing with this Temperance card, this beautiful angel. So you do have that angelic protection, that triangle at his heart feels very much a reflection of the as above, so below. And this is the unconscious becoming conscious, the unmanifest becoming manifest, very much about finding the balance between emotions, mental state, activity and stillness, just finding balance in all aspects of your life. And spreading your wings is what I also got with this card. You do have that angelic protection, but I'm also feeling this is about you spreading your wings and finding your own path and your own adventure in your life. You've got the King of Pentacles in your challenge position. That's an interesting one. In this position, there could be a little bit of overindulgence going on. Which is why, again, this balance is needed. It's possibly a reaction to what you've gone through recently, whatever's led to that Justice card having to come into play there. And so it's like you're sort of overindulging in self-comforts and anything that makes you feel comfortable and safe, and you are prioritizing yourself and your own needs, but there is this is sort of just a warning that you don't want to overindulge in that. You do want to maintain that balance all the way through this, just to keep the energy flowing. There's nothing wrong with giving yourself a treat in whatever way that means, whether it's a literal food treat or some kind of activity that you enjoy, or just avoiding people for a while because you need your space. All of that is wonderful, and you're allowed to do whatever you deserve to fulfill your own needs and support your own well-being. But this is just a little warning saying don't overindulge, don't go too far into that sort of indulgent space, because you will block the energy flow. And you just want to keep that moving, just especially with what I'm seeing coming in for you. Bottom of the spread, you have the Wheel of Fortune. As I said, this is about divine timing. I'm feeling like that's why this Patience card has come in. Things are starting to move again, but they do happen in their own time. When this Wheel of Fortune comes in, this is a destiny moment. This is something that, because this is below the surface in this position, this is something that hasn't fully manifested in your reality yet, but it's like building and bubbling under the surface, and that wheel is turning, moving you forward, but it is letting you know that things happen in their own time. So just be patient. It's going to start accelerating. You've got that Knight of Wands in your near future, so things are going to start picking up again. But in the meantime, just have that patience, trust in the divine timing. And again, while you're waiting, just be mindful of overindulging in whatever treats you're allowing yourself. At the crown of your spread, you have the Four of Wands. This matches beautifully with this Fool card, because this Four of Wands is about, it's the 1111 gateway. It's about stepping through this gateway on the start of a new adventure, the start of a new phase of your life. It's kind of the wedding card. It's the celebration of the beginning of a new phase of your life. And this is something you're aware of. This is in the conscious level position. And this is what you've been moving towards. What I'm feeling is it's possible that this is happening and you're possibly starting to get a little impatient because it's just taking its time. All of these cards, that creating boundaries, having patience, finding balance, not overindulging, and trusting in divine timing, all of this is saying to me that this is coming in. You just need to be patient. It might be taking longer than you would like, but there's a reason for that. And you may never know what that reason is, but this Wheel of Fortune is saying it's important that it happens, when it's meant to happen. So just have a little patience, just keep moving forward, keep doing what you're doing, and trust that this new adventure is actually coming in for you. And look, like I said, you have the Knight of Wands in your near future position. This is a card of action. All the Knights are action cards. This card in particular is a Knight of Action. This is about adventure and passion and moving forward and making things happen. He can be a little bit reckless, but what I'm feeling for you is just kind of this exuberance and excitement of taking off, taking charge of your life at last. I am just hearing I'm getting that message of just rein it in a little bit. You don't want to go charging forward too quickly. It's like he's just been released from the gate and he just wants to take off, because it has been kind of a slow process. So there is just, again, with all of this card, these balance cards, just maintain that line of balance so that when this energy release comes in, when you start feeling things start to move, you're not going to tumble headlong over the cliff. Remember that's part of this Fool card as well. He is at the start of a new adventure, but when this energy is released and things start moving, he has to be mindful that he's not going to take a step right off the edge of that cliff. So this is all really, really positive. It's just that same message all the way through. Just find your balance, trust in the divine timing, and be mindful of not going too extreme or to excess in any aspect of your life, which is again that King of Pentacles and the challenge position. So that is an excess even with that release of energy. You don't want to go too full on too quickly because you might stumble. I'm still not saying anything harmful or negative coming from that if you do that, but the warning is there. Just be mindful of that. In your, I love this, in your advice position, you actually have the Six of Cups. It's a really beautiful card. It's the only Cups card you have, and this is actually a really sweet way of reminding you to take a little bit of a step back, not go too full on into anything, to not overindulge. This is kind of the card of innocence and purity and love from an unconditional perspective. These are two children, and it's just there's just a sweetness and an innocence to this sharing of joy and love. And what I'm picking up for that kind of advice is just to reconnect to your heart space and remember the joy and innocent love that you had as a child, perhaps, or that if you didn't have it as a child, that perhaps you wanted to have as a child, that just lets you enjoy the sweetness of small moments in your life. And if you can find the joy in those small moments, those subtle instances of life, in the sparkle of the sun through the leaves of a tree, or the scent of a flower, or a little piece of music that you really enjoy, just those innocent, sweet moments, they will actually help you to find that patience and that balance. It will actually not be such a chore to maintain your balance if you can connect with your heart and that purity and innocence of joy and love that reside in your heart. Yeah, I really love that. That's a really beautiful moment, a really beautiful position for that card to be in for you right now, Leo. Your external factors, you have the Page of Wands. Right alongside that Knight of Wands, this is really positive. I actually feel that because this has come in this position, something's going to bring this new energy in for you with that Knight of Wands, and then it's going to trigger something around you that's going to bring in. Look, this guy, this little page, always feels like the little tour guide taking you off on a new adventure through Egypt, because we have the pyramids in the background. There's that sort of innocence to this. There's a kind of naive joy and passion and excitement and a lust for adventure, and there's just a lot of positivity. And it's the start of something new, but this could actually be, because of the position it's in, this could actually be someone who's coming into your world who's attracted by this new vibrant energy that you suddenly will encounter with this Knight of Wands that's sort of building in your world. Whoever this is, it's connected to this destiny, and it may be someone younger than you, or it may simply be someone who has that kind of youthful, exuberant energy. What I'm feeling is this is really going to spark a fire in both of you, or if there's more than one person, it's going to spark something between you that's going to lead you towards this outcome, which is this Ace of Swords, this kind of inspiration, new ideas. Something is going to come from there's like a meeting of similar energies here. There's something that it's like a kindred spirit. It doesn't need to be a romantic partner, and I'm not actually getting that at all. Apart from this Six of Cups, as I said, you don't have any other cups here. This can be a sign of romance, or even a soulmate connection with that Six of Cups. But as an advice position, it's more what I was saying before, is you reconnecting with that part of you that's innocent and pure in your heart. These two, this Knight of Wands and this Page of Wands, this feels more like it's like you meet someone who has a similar energy and has a similar lust for adventure and passion for life. And it doesn't feel like a bonfire. It feels like the first simmering sparks of flame that are starting to build, and it's like you might just get excited together about some idea that you have. Now look, in your hopes and fears, you have this beautiful high priestess energy. I love this card. She's all about intuition, tapping into your higher wisdom, your intuitive, almost psychic abilities. And in this position, in your hopes and fears position, I feel like what you're really wanting is that reconnection with that part of you that you perhaps have felt a bit divorced from, a bit separated from recently. And I don't have the story of the before this Justice card came in, but as I said, it feels like something has happened recently that's triggered the need for this Justice card to sit itself in this place, in this position in your recent past. So whatever has gone on beforehand, I feel like it's caused you to kind of lose touch with that intuitive part of yourself. This is what you're wanting to reconnect with. And what I'm feeling is, with this fire building between this Knight of Wands and this Page of Wands, it is going to reignite that connection with that higher wisdom and that intuitive psychic part of you. And what's really cool is, in your outcome, you have this Ace of Swords. This sword is piercing the crown. Essentially, this is piercing this crown chakra, that highest chakra in the physical body. It's allowing higher wisdom to come in. This is a sort of receiving spiritual downloads. This is a gift from the universe as well. So it's like a divine inspiration, or a new idea that seems to come out of the blue, like a gift from the gods, you know. And again, I feel like this is coming out. This is this whole story through here. You've found your balance. You've found this justice has been served kind of scenario that's led you to a state of needing to be in a balanced position, learn that patience, trust in your divine timing, take that step through the gateway, and allow the space for this Knight of Wands energy to come charging through. And that's what lights this fire and brings in this incredible Ace of Swords energy. So whatever is coming towards the end of May, pay attention to it, because this is part of this High Priestess energy. This is part of that reawakening of your intuition and reconnecting with that higher wisdom and higher part of you, that higher self part of you. Let's pull some clarifiers here. So as I said, I'm going to use the Wild Reflections Tarot deck. And to start with, I feel like I want to pull on the Justice and the Temperance cards together. There's something that I just want to see. I just want to see if there's any more information I can give you on what needs to happen with that finding your balance. Okay, this is flipped over in the deck. So we've got the Seven of Wands. In this deck, I really like this. She's built a bridge all on her own to traverse that water, to move away from whatever it is that she wants to get away from. She can't see what she's heading into, but she just knows she doesn't want to be where she is now. That's very much the flavor that I was getting with that Justice card. There was something that you needed to shift in your world in some way, move away from it, and you've built this bridge. You've created this scenario where you're finding your balance, you're setting healthy boundaries to honor your needs and well-being. That's what she's doing. She's created this path, setting those boundaries. She no longer wants to deal with whatever is at her back, and she's moving forward. She is still looking over her shoulder behind her. That is a message for you to, keep an eye on what's come behind, but don't let it dog you. Once she's over that bridge, she can remove those wands and let the past go. She'll be safe on the other side. And that's very much where I'm feeling you're headed. Look at this. We have the Ace of Swords again. Whenever you get the same card repeated, it's really important you pay attention. It's the same message, exactly the same message that I described for your outcome, but clarifying these cards in the center, this is what you're aiming for. This is why you need to find your balance, because until you find your balance, this Ace of Swords won't be able to come in. It may come in, but you may not actually recognize it. So really make sure you focus on finding that balance, staying in a state where you can find patience and trust in that divine timing. And remember, this is saying create a space in nature's stillness and be renewed. So do reconnect with nature. Do find a place in nature that helps to restore your soul, especially after whatever it is that you've had to go through recently. Let's have a look. Interesting, the Two of Swords. This is about making a decision, but it's also in this particular card, this is sort of about faith. She's shooting blind here. She knows what she wants to aim at, but she can't see it. So this is a little bit about faith and coming over this Wheel of Fortune. This is trusting that this wheel is turning and that it's going to guide your arrows straight. So again, it's about patience, trusting the universe, trusting that things are going to happen when they need to happen. As I said, the Two of Swords is also about a decision. In the Rider-Waite Tarot, the woman has her arms crossed over her chest. The two swords are pointing in two different directions, but they're pointing upwards. She's blindfolded and she's cut off her heart because she wants to block out her senses, her emotions, and tap into her intuition, which is what you're wanting. You're wanting to find that intuition again so that she can make the decision without being overwhelmed by possibly recent stirred up emotions or things going on around her. So all of this is telling me that you are moving in the direction you want to go. You just need to maintain that balance and, again, find that patience and trust in the divine timing of things. Let's have a look at the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. Those two feel very connected, and then we'll move on to the Ace of Swords. This all feels very connected to that Fool card as well, this new adventure. And the Fool and the Four of Wands are also very closely connected. Interesting. The Hermit flipped over. This is about taking time out for yourself, going within, again, tapping into your intuition. You can see a infinity symbol crossing over her heart and going high above her head, so tapping into her heart space and going into her higher wisdom. So whatever is going on here with this energy and needing all of this balance, this is telling me that whenever things are starting to feel like they might be picking up the pace, still make time to go within, to take time on your own. Again, find a place in nature if that helps you, and connect in with your heart, like that Six of Cups. Connect in with your heart, connect in with your higher self, because that's going to help you be in the space to make this connection with this Page of Wands and move towards that Ace of Swords and recognize that Ace of Swords when it comes in. Okay, we've had a few cards flopping out here. Let's have a look. Wow, look at this. So all of these cards flipped out together. We have the World, the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Cups. Whatever this is, whatever this spark is that's going to be ignited between the two of you, the reason this Hermit card came out and the reason it's so important for you to take this time is because this is kind of a really big deal. The World card is huge. It's an ending of a cycle and starting something new. This is the final card of the tarot, and it's the final card of the Major Arcana, with that Fool card, which is the first of the Major Arcana, at 0, the number 0. This is a really big ending of a cycle, starting a new cycle, and what it's doing is it's moving you away from hardships. It's moving you out of these choppy waters into calmer seas, leading you towards this incredible Ten of Cups, which is all about your happy endings, the happy everything, happy families, happy life, happy heart. This is the only card with a rainbow in it. This is such a beautiful message. So you obviously want this. This is something really, really special. So do take that time when you can take it to go within when this energy starts picking up, because you want to make sure you're open and ready to receive all of these blessings that are coming towards you. I'm just going to pull on that Ace of Swords. We'll just see what else it can tell me. I may not get anything more because this feels like quite a big deal. It is actually leading towards the Ace of Swords. Let's just see what else is coming in. So really your biggest message, Leo, is just to maintain that balance. Find your balance, find the patience, and, trust. All right, let's see. And of course, with that Six of Cups connecting in with your heart, just like that Hermit said as well. These two popped out together. We have the the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. That's really interesting. So it's about, this is mastering some skill and nurturing something within you that really ignites your passion. This is something, the Eight of Pentacles is about, it's like the working on a hobby that you would do every day for the rest of your life because you love it so much, but actually, being recognized for it, even earning money for it. This is something that it's mastering a skill, and it's sharing it with the world. This is like something you're starting to build in the world that's being recognized for. You're being recognized for your skill and your abilities, whatever this is. And this Knight of Cups, this is so connected to your heart space. This is someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. And what I'm feeling is these two came out together. Your love and your passion for this project, whatever it is going to be so evident in whatever this work is, or whatever this project is, whatever this is that you're offering the world. Your love and passion is going to be so obvious that people are going to really be drawn to you and drawn to this work that you're doing. It could also be that it's opening your heart up so much that it's opening you up to love in your life as well. If you're already in a relationship, I'm kind of feeling like everything's just going to be strengthened and so much more heartfelt through this outcome, through this whatever this inspiration is that's coming in. It's creating a deeper heartfelt connection within yourself and with the people around you, and with whatever this project is that you're working on. I love this new adventure. This is what this Fool card is bringing in. It's this whole new adventure for you. Okay, we have the King of Swords, and then at the bottom of the deck we have the Temperance card again. This is again another card that has doubled up in this read. So again, it's another card to really pay attention to. It's all about balance. So even as you're moving forwards, even as you're diving into this brand new adventure, whatever this inspiration is coming in with this Ace of Swords, this Temperance card is saying maintain that balance, because that is going to keep the flow going. That's going to keep you open to new things coming in and to the inspiration flowing. It's going to allow the energy to keep moving and driving this forward. With this King of Swords, this is about really, he's a very spiritual and very action-orientated King of Swords. Normally the King of Swords is very sort of logical, thought-based, intelligent, wise, but really quite cold and very in his mind. With this particular King of Swords, he's got a connection with spirit, with that beautiful eagle high on his arm, and his wisdom and his intelligence is actually pointing the way for you. So there's a little bit of intuition and a bit of action involved with this King of Swords. What I'm feeling is this is going to, whatever this Ace of Swords is that's coming in, this is really not only going to connect you with your heart, with that Knight of Cups and the Six of Cups, it's going to help you reconnect with that intuition, and you're going to be able to see the next steps. You're going to be able to see where you're going next and where you can take this. You're going to gain clarity and vision about where you're going next, which is so, so exciting for you, Leo, because I do feel like things have been a little bit stuck and stagnant for you, especially because you're getting all of these patience and trusting in the divine timing and finding the balance. This is letting me know that by the end of May, you're going to get more clarity on where you're going next and what you need to do next, which is, it's the best. I'm so excited for you, Leo. Okay, let's pull 3 final cards from the Rider-Waite Tarot as a final message for you. Oh, there's one. Yeah, look, this was underneath the bottom of this is underneath this Fool card, this Two of Pentacles. Again, this feels very much about finding a balance, but it's also weighing up your options. Take the time while you're in this state of finding a balance, finding your patience, making those safe boundaries for your health and well-being, trusting in the divine timing, all of this sort of slower energy, more patient energy. Take that time to really weigh things up in your world. What brings you joy? What brings you peace? Find out what it is that you want. You know, this says this. Even this patience card says, the Heron card says, take time alone to find balance, and then step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So take this time to work out what your purpose is for you, what your heart really wants with that Six of Cups. Find out what brings you joy and what's going to connect you to yourself, to ground you in your own reality. Use this time to weigh up those options so you can step confidently towards your purpose. The Empress just popped out, absolutely gorgeous. This is abundance and creativity, birthing something new into the world. This is everything you want. It is a feminine card, so there is a lot of that heart yin energy involved in this, which has been coming through quite significantly through your read. I'm feeling a lot of that yin energy. It's like you're opening yourself up to that yin part of you, that Empress part of you, and she's coming into being. This really powerful, beautiful Mother Nature, Earth Mother kind of energy. Doesn't matter what gender you are. This is the powerful Empress energy that's coming out. You really are bringing to the surface your deepest creativity, your deepest love, your deepest joy, and you're birthing it into your reality. Love it. There we go. Oh, wow. We got the Death card. Some big, deep changes are happening within you. I love this. This is I'm feeling this like it's a really deep, profound change. The three of these three cards are showing me what's going on with this whole read. You are taking the time to weigh up your options, you're finding that balance, finding that patience, trusting the divine timing, and you're moving into this Empress creative Earth Mother energy to bring about a profound, deep change within you and within your world. It's going to be something quite powerful. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. You're on the threshold of a new adventure. You've got the world at your fingertips. You're releasing the past. You haven't made that step forward yet at this point, but you're on the verge of it. This is a really exciting read for you, Leo. I think May is going to be quite a powerful month, and I can't wait to see what comes next for you. Thanks.